So one subject that is on my mind is coaching, and this is because of recent case here in Portugal about coaching and some lies that have been told and whatnot. I do think about coaching in two ways actually. It's it's let's talk about it. Welcome to the Unedited Show. My name is Gonzalo, and today we are talking about coaching, the benefits, the not so benefits, the scamming, what cases there are, and what can you take out of it. So the thing is, recently there was this case in Portugal that this lady who's like a super coach, and there's a lot of people following her, and she started her career before that, but she was already a coach for this football player. That football player scored a goal for the Euro Championship, and Portugal win that Euro Championship with that goal. And kind of seems like she's sharing with everyone that that goal was almost hers. This is what he told. This is what he came clean about the stuff that she was talking about. That she had some huge stories on him that were not true. I don't know if they were true or not. I don't know the other side of the version, on her side. But the reason is she actually took down comments and everything because everyone was, not everyone, but there was a lot of people attacking her on that because she told lies and whatnot. And this is kind of thing that it's kind of common between coaches. What I listen between coaches, and sometimes when I talk about it, even with some people, most of the people think that, oh, he's a coach. What's a life coach? What's a whatever coach they are? But kind of seems like a scam that is a coach, and it's not. If it's a coach from soccer or football, it's fine. He's a coach. He's a basketball coach. He's a coach. But if it's a life coach, what does that really mean? Do people really need life coaches or not? And this is the main issue with that, because sometimes people sell themselves as coaches, and they sell themselves like there's this saying in Portugal that it's like like I don't know how do you call it, but I don't know if there's a translation, but it's something about like snake skin. It's not skin, but it's like fat of the skin, and it's a saying that it means it's too good to be true. And sometimes coaches are like, if you listen to business coaches, you'll learn 1 million in 6 months. You'll learn $10,000 a month, no time. And recently, because I've been doing some like changes in my life, and have been doing more effective work and being more efficient and everything. This all came about because of me watching this podcast with Rob Dyrdek, that ridiculous guy that he's awesome, and how he shared his life, and he had already had the fame and had everything, and he just needed to make a change on his life, be more organized and everything. And that's what I felt, and that I needed to be more organized, to be work with a lot of things that I know that I can work, but I haven't been working. So in that case, as I'm saying this, and what I have been going to search and to research what I can do for my life, so I can improve it, even if it's from health, even if from habits, if it's work related, everything. There's everything I can improve. I am thinking on doing it or planning on do it. So the thing is, if you're someone like me, if you find yourself in a place where, okay, from now on I need to make some changes, I find that I need to improve certain parts of my life, just certain, or whatever it is that you want to improve, and you think, okay, so who am I going to look for to help me with this. So you might look in, well, if it's some mental issues, you might look to a psychologist, or if it is some mental health related, it might be a psychologist. But if it is like you're fat, you feel fat, and you feel your shape is not the way you want it to be, you find a fitness coach. And you see what I'm getting? So if you want to make, like, in fitness or in sports, you'll find the coach. And okay, so what if it's about life? What if you just want to improve your life in a regular way? Will you search for, I don't know, a health coach? There's nothing like that's called a nutritionist. Or if you want to be more healthier with your mental health, okay, it's a psychologist. So what if it's not something specific, but it's the overall, the creating new habits or creating new ways of thinking? So you might get a life coach. And usually the thing is, it's a very valid point to get a coach in that sentence. Okay, so whether it's business, life, whatever it is, a coach, because a coach, what will do is it will get you there faster. So it's the one way. It's probably the easiest way to put it is, okay, I want to get there, but I want to get there faster, so I'll get myself a coach, whether it's a fitness coach, whatever type of coach or whatever type you need. The first thing is, okay, you agree that you need help, because sometimes people try to do all things by themselves, and usually that does not work as well, or it's not. There's some people that can, but that's usually not as helpful or as fast as having someone helping you. So these kind of business coaches, they're selling themselves as what they achieve. And one thing that I think about, and I have talked about with that is, let's say I was talking about a nutritionist, and let's say you're researching for someone who you want to get fit, you want to get healthier. So if you go to that person and that person doesn't look healthy, it's not like, she might have an issue, she might have some disorders, something, but if you go to a nutritionist and you look at the appearance of this nutritionist and it's not appealing to you as you would want, like you would think, okay, so if it's a nutritionist, so the person might like eat really healthy and will be really in shape and everything, because knows everything about nutrition, and nutrition is the main source of being healthier and whatever, and so it's not too appealing. So people that have like great fitness might seem like a better instructor, a better coach for you, just because they have that appearance. That doesn't mean they know everything and they know the best way, or they probably know the way that work for them, and if they study and whatnot, they know for other people. But there are people that are not as fit that might know what works for the others. And there's a saying here in Portugal that it's in the house of a carpenter, the stools are from metal. Something like this. It's not the translated way of this, but so what this means is, do what I say, don't do what I do. And of course, if you want to be a life coach or something, you have to have your life figured out. So if you're a business coach, you have to be good in business. If you're good in nutrition, then you'll be a better nutritionist. So this is like the easiest way to put it. Of course, if it's the easiest way to sell it, not to put it, because that doesn't mean that people don't have the knowledge, but it's the way that we perceive things. So if you're looking at someone and it doesn't perceive you as the healthier whatever, it's not gonna sell. And by saying this is, whether if you're into marketing yourself and if you're branding yourself, and the thing is, people believe a lot more in brands, and sometimes brands are sketchy as hell, but they don't believe as much if that brand is only one person. I don't know, it's kind of a weird syndrome. Let me know, you guys, if you think the same, if you feel that same, not think the same, but if you already listen to someone saying that, because, or you come about that. So if it's one business person, it might not be as good as like, oh, you have a brand name, so you might be really good. No, it's people. It's maybe the guy that's working there knows less than the guy that owns his own business. So the thing that I'm reaching here with this is, you can be a coach, and if you want to sell yourself, you have to how do you say it, like upscale your stories. And what I mean by upscaling stories, that doesn't mean you have to make lies and like make really huge stories, but you can really push up the boundaries of what is true or not, because you want to make people not believe in you, but make people feel connected, and okay, it's possible, and people might think, okay, this might be wonderful. Me, if that guy can make 1 million, probably if I only make 100,000, I'll be fine. And I don't want to make 1 million, but I want to make 100,000. And if that guy like worked out every way and all day and everything, if I work just my hours, maybe I can get just to some point of it. And usually with the coaching, you have to, how do you sell yourself? You have to have things that other people can see. So if you're good at coaching a business, okay, you have a background. I've worked in a couple of companies that they were evaluated in 1 million, 1 billion. So okay, this guy might be really good at business. So this other guy might be, oh, he has his whole finances all straightened out. He's FIRE, the FIRE independent movement, the retire independent movement. What in these people might share all of that content and say, okay, well, I made it for myself. Then I want to share with you what I've accomplished by doing this and that, and or helping other people doing this and that. And nowadays I see some cases of that. In just yesterday I was looking at this Portuguese guy. He was sharing knowledge about making $50,000 a month. And here for Portugal, it's like crazy. Something medium wage here in Portugal is 1,100, so 1,200 medium. The lowest is usually around 700. So people wages are really low, and anything they could, like, everyone has internet access, and if they want to like make a business earning like 200 more, 300 more, even if it's like just $100 a month, that could help you buy some groceries or whatever. And people nowadays, they see that they can do that. So it's really helpful to have someone sharing their knowledge, sharing what they say, what they did to get that income, like a passive income, or what. It doesn't have to be a passive, but it's like, okay, so if you work 2 hours a week, you might get $100 extra, $100 extra every month. Well, that's fine. I'm sure that most people will work or will do that online 2 hours just to get that money. Or maybe they could even leave their jobs and just work online. And it's possible. And there's a lot of ways to do that. And the thing is, with coaching, those coaches might help you get there faster. But for you to believe in them, and this is the main issue that I wanted to talk about it, how would you believe that a guy will tell you that, the wages in your country are like 1,000 euros? So everyone makes 1,000 euros. This guy is telling me I can make 10,000 euros a month in Portugal, in my home, like working online. It's a scam. This is the thinking of the people, because it is their surrounding is telling them it's not possible. So how do you sell yourself when your environment is so difficult to work on? You have to emphasize your not it's not the word. You have to upskill yourself and upskill your stories so that they could look like, okay, if this person got it, I might get it. Or even if I don't get all the way that this person did, I might get something. And this will motivate anyone who wants to create or do something on the side. Maybe they want to work, okay, I'll work 1 hour a day after I got home. I'll do it at night, even if I have to do that hustle of I'm married with kids and I have to put the kids to sleep and clean up the kitchen. But now I have 1 hour extra. I'll sleep 1 hour less. And with this 1 hour, I can make an extra 200 to 300 a month. Well, if it's only that, but it's profitable, people will want to do it. Maybe some people would, not all people, but what they're coaching, does it have a value? So if they are asking for a course they'll make $1,000 a month, or no, they will make $10,000 a month selling courses on how to make money. This is like an hamster wheel. So you kind of have to sell those courses to actually make $10,000 a month. So who are you going to sell to? If all the people are selling courses and no one is buying them, all of them want to be sellers, who's buying? So it's like, okay, so you're increasing. It's not like a pyramid scheme, but it kind of feels like, because, okay, so he's making $10,000 a month because he's selling courses to people like me that I want to make money, but I'm not selling courses on making money. I want to do other things that I like. I want to be a carpenter on the side. I want to make. There's a lot of ways so you can make money. I'm not saying this guy's sharing that, because he's not. He's talking about digital products and other kinds of stuff and stores and everything. And I believe he's actually helping some people from what I've seen. But still, if you want to believe that is possible, and there's a lot of people online doing that the main income that they're doing is by selling that information. Okay, they might have got that information early than other person, or they might get it there by themselves, but selling that information has, okay, I'm doing $10,000 a month because I'm selling courses. Okay, so that's not actually, that doesn't look like, okay, he's selling, I don't know, courses of, he's doing carpentry, and by doing his carpentry, he's selling the tables, selling the chairs, he's also doing a YouTube channel. And when you see that kind of unstructured business, you might believe it more. Okay, he's doing like coaching on carpentry. He has a channel, he shows how to build awesome chairs. I'm going to be on a course with this guy. But if you're just doing courses on making courses and to sell to people that they can make money by selling to them, it looks very, very sketchy. Okay, so the thing is, this is my opinion, of course, and you might not feel like you think the same, but it's like if you prove it, people will believe it. In coaching, it's you may have to like tell like really huge stories just to make the people feel motivated. Because if that's what you're selling your product is motivation. And that's the final thought on this is, you're selling motivation. You're not selling a way to do it. You're selling the motivation, because that motivation will make you money, because people will buy your course on how to make this or that, but they will not actually, they might, okay, so if I do carpentry, I won't make that much money, because I do have to learn the skill of carpentry, the skill of editing videos, the skill of marketing. I have to learn a bunch of skills. But if I sell the information that you could make money, and I motivate people, so I'm selling that motivation. I'm not selling the actual course, or I'm selling the course. I'm not selling the craft. I'm selling the way to the craft. And that's a valid point. You might want to do that, because some people motivate others more than others. So this is kind of a strange subject, and I would love to hear what you guys have to say if you made it this far into the video or to the podcast, because this is a subject that it's been around. People are talking a lot how you can make money easily with ChatGPT. You cannot make money with ChatGPT unless you know what to ask ChatGPT. Okay, so it's not like, oh yeah, you just make it, yeah, let me write an ebook and this will make a lot of money. It won't make you a lot of money, because you have to know, even if you ask ChatGPT to write, you have to ask, what does it write? How does it write? You have to validate that writing. You have to validate the content. And unless you know about the content, it's not going to work. It's not as simple as that. So don't go into those schemes. Really research the person on what they have accomplished in their way. And I'm not saying this Portuguese lady who's selling, because she's selling motivation. She's not selling any other thing. She sells motivation. Whatever it is, I'm not too into what she sells or not, but this is what my take on watching a little bit about her, what she's selling, that motivation, so you can get yourself motivated and you can go about doing the things that you love and make money with that. And so that's the thing about, she might be selling some other stuff, I don't know. But that's the thing. Whether you're selling a craft or you're just selling the way that the person will feel motivated to do it, because sometimes you just need that push from someone to make a change that impacts your life. And that change can be whether you're 20, 40, whatever age you are. And we always have times of change. And don't change anything that it's good on you. Just change the bad things. And I'll see you guys in the next one. If you like this episode, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe the podcast, the channel. I do have now the YouTube podcast also. So it's available on YouTube Music, Apple, whatever it is. And it's on Spotify as well. So see you guys in the next one. Bye.